Hey everyone, this is Gorilla Mom Tips here, and thank you to my 7-year-old son who's filming this for me. I appreciate you. I just wanted to do a quick review, customer review of Saxon Math. I went through the first grade program with my son last year, and now I'm in the second grade program with him. I know that Saxon Math, some people believe that it's just too much, it's repetitive. Maybe they just want to scrap it and do their own thing. Cool. If that works best for you, great. But I will say this, just to give it a second look, I graduated with a degree in secondary education from a math secondary education. I taught middle school math. And so that's where I'm coming from, kind of evaluating this program. Here's what I like about Saxon Math, is that they have really great transitions in the first grade program from tangible items that your child can relate to, their toys, blocks, cars, to numbers on a page, so that it actually means something to them, so they can connect the idea of addition and subtraction. Although those seem really intuitive, I just think it makes it a lot easier for your child to start solving problems on a page. The way that Saxon Math goes about doing it. Also, they make really great transitions from, they do a great job, okay, thanks, teaching, adding multiple digits, so like 2-digit numbers and 3-digit numbers together, scratch that, 2-digit numbers together, and when you have to add a number that adds to more than 10 and carry to the next place in your math problem. I think they do a fabulous job with that concept with children. Also, these worksheets, just so you know, they have tons of review. There's so many worksheets with very similar problems over and over and over again. That is okay. The good news is if your child struggles, be patient and they can get a lot of practice. If your child is doing great, if they've answered one of these, like some problem really well 4 or 5 times in a row, you don't have to go over those problems anymore. You can, I have just crossed out even half a worksheet and told my son, just do these 2 problems, or we skipped a worksheet. But don't feel like you have to do everything in this program. You do have this great binder. You get your lessons that you teach your child word for word. I mean, you could just read this straight from the book and your child would learn math. But there's a lot here that maybe you don't have to do. Feel okay, I'm giving permission, this is coming from a math teacher, to cut things out. Once my son learned how to write the days of the week and the date really well and he got it, I don't have him do that every day anymore. I only have him do it maybe once a week, maybe once every other week, just to make sure that he still knows how, and to review the months of the year. It's not a big deal to cut things out. When you see that your child is doing great, then let them move on, and you move on too, and don't burden yourself with doing an hour of math with a 6-year-old every day. Also, one last thing. Oh yes, when I went to the second grade math book and I gave this review on Amazon, probably the first third of Saxon Math 2 was review from Math 1. Cut it out. I skipped it. I didn't feel like I had wasted my money at all. The truth is, in a traditional classroom in the public schools, the math teachers are reviewing a ton from the year before when your child is, it's okay, don't even worry about it.
The button.
Wait, you're not recording me anymore.
The button.
Is it still recording? Are we recording?
I don't know, that button.
Okay, don't push it again. Don't push it! So in a traditional school, math teachers are reviewing quite a bit. In the American school system, math teachers review a ton all the time. Is it a waste? Sure. If you have 20 students, that's kind of what you're stuck with. But when you have one, I'm homeschooling my children, when you have 1 or 2, you can skip things that you don't need. And that's what I did. I skipped the first third of Math 2, a few things that we were reviewing. We reviewed just a few things, and we just went right on our way. So I don't feel like it's a waste of money at all just because I skipped a third of the book. I think they have really great material here. They have wonderful worksheets to review, to solidify math problems in your child's mind. I think it's worth it. So that's my 2 cents on Saxon Math, homeschooling math, whatever. Feel some freedom to cut things out when your child gets it. Great. Make sure they get it. You know, for a couple times in a row, but if they're solid, then just skip it the rest of the time. And maybe check back on it, once or twice a month or maybe once a week if you need to. Cool, well, that's my tip for today. Awkward wave. See you later.